Now that I'm living in the country, I'm experiencing a lot more power outages. So this is the perfect scenario for me to install a standby generator. As a contractor, I know how important site surveys are. Every home and every homeowner's needs are different. So you need to be able to come to site, do that survey, and assess the homeowner's needs. Frank.
Hi, Mike.
Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you too, my friend.
Now, obviously, I can't just buy a Champion standby generator and say, okay, Frank, I've got the generator, come install it. We have to do a site survey first,
Yes.
correct?
The site survey is clearly the most integral part of the entire process because two jobs will never be alike. Different home, meters are in different locations, the needs of the client are going to be different. So as much data as I can collect on the phone would be only a start. This is where the real numbers are going to be able to come out. I've got to take measurements, I've got to go back and add everything up, and then be able to give you a quotation.
Anytime there's a big storm where I live, it's pretty much a 50-50 chance that the power's going to go out. So we've had times where the power's out for a half hour, times where the power's out for a couple hours. I want to make sure that we're able to stay connected, stay warm, stay healthy and happy in our home. We have a garden that we installed this year. We're freezing some of it, so we don't want a lot of our food to go bad. We want to stay connected. We're working from home a lot of the time, so it's very important that when we do lose power, that we can still stay connected, keep doing what we're doing, not worry about our food going bad, not worry about our pipes bursting.
Well, the sad part is that not just you out here in the rural area, people in the city are experiencing this as well.
Yeah.
So it is a sad reality. They're putting more stress on our electrical system, which means we're going to need backup power.
Yeah.
Do you have a little backup generator that you kind of been using, or what have you been doing?
I have a Champion portable generator that I have been using in the power outages. So
smart.
We get them pretty often up here. I mean, if it's a big storm, chances are we're getting a power outage. So I do have a portable generator that I've been using to power certain things on power outages, but I figured, you know what? It's time to install a standby generator. That way power goes out, generator turns on, and I still have power.
The good thing is that with generators, there are options for you. The backup generator, little portable, is step one, an entry-level kind of position where at least you've got some power, but it may not answer all your needs. Sounds to me that you want a solution.
Yeah.
And the solution is going to be automatic?
Yes.
So you want this thing to turn on its own when you're not even home?
Yeah, if I'm away for work, my wife's here, I want to make sure that she's still warm in the winter or that she's able to be cool in the summer or keep working. Whatever it is, I just want peace of mind. I've been working with Champion for a long time now, and it's a no-brainer that I'm going to install a Champion standby generator. And then you're our electrician. I trust you, and I want you to come visit me, so who better to call?
Well, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
And you've installed a bunch of Champion generators
for you and many others.
Yeah, that's right. So you're an authorized dealer, and if anyone does need an authorized dealer, it's just as easy as going to their website, correct?
Correct. It doesn't have to be me. It can be anyone that's authorized in order to work on this stuff that can keep you up and running. Without a site survey, there is no way that any contractor can give you a price. They can give you a range. But what good's a range? We start off by looking at that meter base, and we make an assessment right off the top that there's going to be some landscaping involved.
Although you wouldn't know it, the meter is right here. We have a large
barely
property.
See it.
Yeah, we have a large property, so landscaping's been an overwhelming task. The rose bush here has taken over, and it's hidden. However, I can clear this out. That way when you come here for the install, you have full access.
Well, I'm going to give you a reason to clear this all out. Rosebush is going to have to go. He's going to have to clean up that area because a little bit of digging that's going to be needed there. So your main service pipe coming in from the utility is coming in underground. And I did notice a couple of red flags. So you did have it staked out on where it's coming.
Yeah.
Good, because when you're clearing this, last thing you want to do is hit those service lines.
I definitely don't want to do that.
We're going to need access in order to run power line out from the electrical panel and out. Where the out is going to be, that we'll discuss where the location of the generator is going to go. I don't even see where your gas meter is. Where is that?
The gas meter's around the corner, but can I keep the hydrangeas?
We'll discuss that in a few minutes. Let's see where the gas meter is.
All right, let's go.
As much as aesthetics are important, so is cost. Okay, ching, ching, ching. The further away you're going to go from that meter, the more it's going to cost.
Yeah, so I mean, I know it's going to cost a bit more because it is all the way over here, right?
A site survey is important because it gives the opportunity now for us to explain as contractors why it's going to cost more. Okay, so the distance is a little concerning on costs. So it does come down to the wire, and it looks like we've got about 40 feet so far now.
Okay, we'll come under here.
I got a duck?
You got a duck.
All right, I'll duck. Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, so we got gas.
We got gas. Now, because I am on gas, I know the Champion generator comes with gas ready, but it can be switched to propane as well, correct?
That's correct, yes. From the factory, it comes with both. So it's just a matter of which one do we need.
Before the site survey even happened, I have my own site survey here. So I have a rough idea of exactly where I want this Champion standby generator. I just need to make sure that Frank is on the same page and that we're covering all of our bases. We have the gas meter here, and I know it's not a good sign that we have a window on either side of the gas meter, because this is around the area that I want to install the generator.
All right.
And we both know that you don't want an opening window next to an exhaust on a generator.
Definitely not. Carbon monoxide is serious.
Yeah.
So part of my site assessment is definitely look up, look around, and side to side. You
Yeah.
hit it on the head. 5 feet away from any window openings. We need to be 18 inches away from anything flammable. Ideally, it would be around here if that window wasn't there. You've got an operating window under there. That one there operates.
What are my options? Because the other side is the driveway. I don't want to have the generator on the driveway. But, you know, obviously safety is our top priority, so we have to do what we have to do.
I just have to be 5 feet away, so why not behind you?
I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't do anything back here anyway. This is just the side of the house, essentially where the future Champion standby is going to live.
Okay, well, I just need 5 feet. So I'm more than 5 feet from that window, more than 5 feet from everything.
So right here would be perfect.
Right here. Now what we're gonna have to do is get a concrete pad. You can install it on stone, different ways that we can mount it.
Okay.
One thing about the Champion generator, it will actually come with a composite pad. So whether you wanted to put it on just on a solid base or pea gravel, or if you decide that you want to do some concrete work and give me a concrete pad, either way, we'll be able to accommodate you.
So really it depends on what the homeowner wants. If they like the look of concrete, interlock, flagstone, they can do whatever.
Yes, but that decision should be made before I come out here to do my job.
And now, from my end, I'm gonna dig down, make sure it's a solid, tamped base that's not gonna go anywhere.
This is not solid, so yes, I need solid. There will be a little bit of digging. I'm gonna have to get gas to that unit, and I'm gonna have to get a hydro line from point A, meaning the generator, to point B, which will end up being the automatic transfer switch.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that the lower level is open. If it's not, I'm about to ask you, can you drywall patch?
Yeah, I can drywall patch, but lucky for us, actually I'd say lucky for me, it is open.
Lucky for you. Definitely doable, but a little bit of digging. Do you have a gas company that you trust?
Yeah, we have a contractor we trust. And now, when you say you want them to run a line, do you want them here the same day that you're here installing the generator?
If it's the same day, it's the same day. We can work together. If not, we can do it at separate times. It just would be nice to position them together so that the one trench that's made, we can keep the proper distances between the gas and the hydro and use the same trench.
One of the things we've thought about is that, you know, if we add anything down the road, it's not going to affect the placement of our generator, because the last thing we want to have to do is go through all this work and then say we have to move the standby generator. So here, we're not adding anything. I can safely and happily say that this is where the standby generator is going to live and we won't have to move it.
Yeah, smart. That's what I like about the site surveys. It gives me that opportunity in order to walk through and remind people.
Yeah.
And the good thing is I can come through the little forest here. You won't even know that I'm here when I'm servicing it.
Honestly, part of the reason I want it back here is because it's also private back here. You know, I have my neighbors on this side, but we have some trees separating us. So there's going to be a bit of a sound barrier.
Yes.
And I mean, I think this is just the perfect home for it.
When I got the call from Mike Jr. wanting a generator, I knew he was going to do his research ahead of time because he already knew what generator he wanted.
You know, there's a part of me that would say, I want to power everything. I want my whole house powered up, but I know I have to be realistic and say it's going to cost more. And there's a side that I have to say, what do I need when the power's out?
Mike, you're blowing me away. Very impressed with a young man of his age, because most people would want bigger and better. Bigger is not better. Answer yourself, what do you need? The more we're running, the harder that motor's gonna run, and the more ching-ching is happening on your wallet.
Yeah.
So you sound like you know what you need. So tell me, what do you need?
I've thought about it, and the big reason I want to install a standby generator here is because, you know, the portable generator is good for, you know, so many things. I can plug in my fridge if I want. I can plug in my Wi-Fi. I can't plug in my furnace. I need my furnace going. You know, we're in Canada here. It gets cold in the winter. I want my lights to go on. So ideally, like all of my lights and my outlets on, making sure that myself, my family are safe, we're healthy. When the power goes out, we don't have to worry. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go with a 14K generator,
We can definitely power up everything that you want and then some.
which is good because we want to think future growth as well. If we do
Yes,
add
well-
something else to the home, we want to make sure there's room on the generator as well. And not to go too big here, but I think a 14K is the perfect fit.
Oh, it truly, truly is. You have to worry about noise. And this guy here in his class, low on noise. So we're not worried about noise on this guy. Fuel consumption, it's low. Why? Because it's only a 14 kW. So it's not going to take up as much fuel as a far larger one. You're going to be really happy. And
Beautiful.
saving money.
Yeah, and that's the goal.
The lights are still on. Now show me this panel.
Okay.
So a very important part of this site survey is going to be me taking a look at your panel. What I need to see on your panel is where I'm going to mount the automatic transfer switch. I'm going to make sure that I confirm the amount of wire that I'm going to need to get me from the automatic transfer switch to the generator. So I need to see the conditions and see if there's any work that I'm going to have to add on to your load. So I went down into the basement and checked the panel. Everything checks out perfectly fine.
You're good with the basement?
Yeah, looks great.
Okay. So now we've done the site survey.
Yes.
You've seen the panel. We've discussed our location and the load that we're going to put on the generator. So now we know the size of the standby generator we're going to use.
Yes.
We know that the 14K Champion standby generator is going to be perfect for what I need.
Next step is going to be our gas contractor. I'll be able to give them the measurements of what they're going to need.
Yeah.
Tell them the trench, give them pictures that I've taken of the area. They'll give you the pricing. On the electrical end, I've measured the 40 feet of conductor that I'm going to need. That has to go to our ATS. All I got left is to contact the local utility and the permitting department and get the ball rolling. Let's get some dates.
Okay, so you have some work to do.
And you've got some work to do.
Yeah, I'll get clearing all this and then I'll start on that pad as well.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, we'll
All
see you
right.
with the generator.
See you soon.